respectful. This and that. I'm not gonna bow my knee to nobody because I've earned my shot for the belts. The only reason this fight isn't happening because he wants fucking 150, 200 million, which is absurd. Not even the promotion company makes money like that. So that's just basically me telling me that he's scared.
Why is he doing this? Because he's that scared of you? That's a monster.
You know, I mean, if the thing about this, I try not to say much because if I say I'm scared, if I say he's scared, people say I'm a hater. Oh, what have you proved? This and that. I've got 3 belts. I'm the #1 contender. I don't need to prove shit. I beat the people they tell me to beat so you can fight for the title.
Right.
And I've done that over and over again. I've been in the mandatory for 3 years. That never happens.
Yeah.
That literally has never happened.
Can you explain to the audience what the mandatory is?
So the mandatory is, so when you're waiting in line, there's a ranking list, 1 to 10. Once you reach that #1 shot, that #1 spot, you have to fight for the title. That's always how it's been. I've been beating the top guys. I think I beat the top 4 from 4, 3, 2, and 1.
Yeah.
And I beat them back to back, and I still haven't got a chance, you know. But I feel like Canelo right now, well, he's a money man right now. You know what I mean? In boxing, each of these are 3%. So what I make 3%, you know, even if you're not at the champion, the sanction fee is 3%. So imagine if Canelo doesn't want to fight me, and he tells the promotion or the sanction, no, I don't want to fight him. His 3% off of his 40 million, that's a lot of money. It's not the same as me, the 3% they're getting from me. So I feel like that's the only reason why he's in the driver's seat. That's the reason why they listen to him. But at the end of the day, man, like, come on, I just want to get the best fights to the fans.
Boxing is really political when it comes to that. Can you explain to, because you know a lot of people watch MMA and they think, oh well, isn't boxing similar when it comes to picking fights and doing things, setting things up, etc. Like, what's the main difference between the two when it comes to like setting up fights? Because like for a lot of people, it's like, okay, it's a no-brainer. Why aren't they fighting? But it's like politics involved.
So the one thing about it is politics and it's promotion companies. You see the UFC. I have a lot of respect for the UFC, by the way. I love how they run everything they're doing. The best fights the best, and they make fucking amazing events.
Yeah.
Boxing, you got PBC, you got DAZN, you got Golden Boy, and now you got the Saudis. So it's four different. So like the promotion companies, they don't want to share the pot.
Okay.
Imagine if we make $100 million or whatever, you got to split it. You know, it's 50-50.
Yeah.
I mean, it does make sense sometimes, but at the end of the day, they want to keep it within themselves.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And now it's getting a little bit better where the fighters come together and make the fights happen. But if a fighter doesn't want to happen, like a fighter doesn't want to make the fight happen like Canelo, there's really nothing nobody could do about it because Canelo's with my promotion company. He had signed a contract that he was going to have 3 fights. First, what was it? It was
Charlo.
The one, Caleb Plant. Charlo, and then I was supposed to be the 3rd one. It just never happened. It just never happened. And then the people, they tell me like, bro, like we can't force this guy to fight you. Like there's really nothing. If he doesn't want to fight you, there's nothing we could do. So I'm in the position right now, but I'm not really too bummed out about it. You know what I mean? I'm gonna just keep doing what I'm doing. At the end of the day, I'm not going nowhere. I'm gonna stay here. If anything, when I keep winning and keep beating these guys impressively, the fight's gonna be even bigger when it happens. So.
Yeah.
If the Canelo fight doesn't happen, would you consider maybe moving up in a weight class, fighting somebody like, I don't know.
I am moving up in weight class.
Better Bivol? Okay.
No, so this next fight, I'm moving up to weight class. So before I say anything about the next fight, it's going to be fucking big. Me and Gervonta Davis are fighting in a card together. It's going to be big. It's probably going to be the biggest card of the year. I don't know when it's going to be. Either June 15th or June 22nd. I don't know where yet, but it's going to be big. And then what did you ask me?
So who would you consider fighting?
Oh, so I'm going up in weight class. Yeah. So I'm fighting for another belt, and that's gonna put me in the #1 spot to fight the winner. Better be of him, people. So like I tell a lot of people, bro. Like when I was growing up and I had this dream, it was my dream was never, oh, I'm gonna fight Canelo, I'm gonna be done. It was never that. My dream was being the best and being the greatest of my generation.
Yeah. We should have a poll.
Is he scared of your reach? Like, because you're tall. You're a tall guy. You're not short. You're over 6 foot. Is he scared of your reach? Is it because your fighting style counters his? Is it like?
I think it's just that he knows I'm a dog, bro.
Yeah.
Like he knows it. He sees in my eyes that I want greatness.
Yeah.
They talk about the money. I don't give a fuck about the money, bro. I've been making a lot of money since I was young.
Yeah.
It's not that. It's about becoming undisputed super middleweight champion of the world.
Yeah.
and I'm working on that. This guy sees me. I've barely started my training camp, but I've been already been training for 2 months. Nobody does that.
Yeah.
I'm here. I'm focused. I know what I want, and I know what I want to accomplish. And I got my son too. I want to show him that greatness can be achieved if you really dedicate yourself.
There should be a poll for these promotion companies where the audience says, "Hey, we want this fight to happen," and the poll dictates who fights.
Bro, that's been happening.
Yeah?
That's
Been happening.
That's in boxing, in the world of boxing. That's the only way. That's the only thing they're talking about right now.
Thing is, you know, like somebody like David right now, he's a threat in boxing.
Of course.
Yeah.
So, you know, for Canelo, he taking a risk going up against somebody
Huge.
like him.
Yeah.
The age of 27, you know, we've been working in the gym and he's cracking harder than most boys in that weight division that have been there for a long time, even all the way up to heavyweight. So when you have somebody like that that's a threat, that's not worried about the money, and that's willing to actually get in there and put a performance on for the people, that just shows and proves that the man is willing to do whatever it takes.
Yeah.
Because of the love of the sport, for his people, for his family, and to build a legacy. That's what it really comes down
And
to.
then
you
to
know?
be honest with you, when I heard that number, 150, 200 million, bro, not even Mayweather and Pacquiao got that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What that sounds like to me,
Damn.
what that sounds like to me is he's getting ready for retirement. That's what it sounds like to me. And
What's
he
exit?
knows it. He's getting ready to retire with that. He knows it, bro. I'm not coming to play, bro, and I'm not gonna lay down for nobody. That's why he's doing interviews saying like, oh, I don't know if you guys are aware of it, but he gave the opportunity to Jaime Munguia. Jaime Munguia is only his second fight at super middleweight. He hasn't done nothing. I've been here I've been the gatekeeper, bro, waiting for that opportunity. And then the excuse was to Canelo that why he gave up Jaime Munguia the opportunity is like, oh, because he's been really respectful. I'm like, bro, get the fuck out of here, bro.
Yo,
No, and he said he don't want to fight any other Mexicans.
Yeah. So when
I was gonna ask that next. Is like if y'all did a fight in like Mexico City or something, they'll go crazy because you
So
guys. Are both,
he did a press conference saying he was gonna. He said he was gonna fight 3 more years, fire. I don't know what he said, and then he said, I'm not fighting a Mexican. What does he do? First thing he does is fight. He's fighting a Mexican. So I don't understand what this guy is saying, bro. Like honestly, I feel like he's just losing a lot of respect from his people, the boxing world. But it is what it is. You know what I mean? I just gotta keep working and keep fighting for my spot. Like I said, I'm not going nowhere. I love this shit.
Yeah. But all agree that Golovkin was the most feared fighter in his prime, yet Canelo fought him and took all his belts. So how could you say he's scared?
So then why isn't he taking the fight? Why isn't he fighting his number one? You know,
It's mandatory.
that's the
There you
thing.
go,
That's the
yeah.
thing I say
Yeah.
about people, bro. If you're just tired of me talking so much shit, come fucking beat me. Come knock me out.
Yeah.
And make a fucking fat check after that.
Yeah.
You know
Yeah.
what I mean? That's why he don't want the fight. He don't want the fight because he knows this shit ain't no game right here.
Yeah.
I mean, before he asked for the 200 million. I think the offer that my promotion company sent him was about 60 million.
60 M. Okay.
60 million. Now he's making 35. Why if you have
So y'all are like doubling it. And you
why
still
would
don't
you have
want
a
it.
60 million? Why would you have 2 deals on the table? 35 and a $60 million deal, but you go with the 35.
Hey man.
hey man,
Men lie, women lie.
it
Numbers
is
dope.
very clear
I mean,
what's
come on,
happening
man.
here. Yeah,
And I
clear.
guarantee you he's not going to get that money with nobody else.
Yeah.
No, he won't.
Nobody else.
And you know what's crazy? People want to see you and him fight. They want to see it.
Yeah.
I want
Yeah.
to see it.
Yeah.
But
It's just at the end of the day, you want to respect boxing. The best fight the best.
yeah,
This guy has all the belts, bro. He don't even want to give the people out the opportunity. He wants to handpick who he fights. And when you have all the belts, bro, I mean, you could do it for a little bit of time, but come on, brother. This dude is doing it for way too long, bro.
And here's the other thing too, and I want to get your guys' takes on this. Like Floyd did it with Pacquiao, right? He waited, then he did the fight eventually. And to this day, people still criticize him. Oh, you didn't fight him in his prime. You were scared, etc. So it's
still
like
fought him.
You fought him,
Still
right?
fought him.
But people are always going to talk shit. So it's like for Canelo, it's like, bro, just fight him now. Wow, you know. But
The crazy thing about it too is like everybody wants to watch it,
Yeah.
which means everyone's gonna pay to watch it.
Yeah.
which means it's gonna be a sellout
pay-
fight. So why
imagine
wouldn't
if
you,
it was
you know?
60
Yeah.
mil. How much is he getting off the pay-per-view? Because you still get money off the pay-per-view. That's just the flat fee he's getting.
Yeah.
That's BS.
whoa,
That's-
okay,
that's upfront money.
That's just upfront, just
That's
to do it.
upfront.
That doesn't even account for the pay-per-views after the fact.
He even said keep the pay-per-views.
So we had a conversation.
Sorry, bro.
My guy Samson called me. He was like, "Hey, so an opportunity came up." He said that after your fight, he will fight you in September, but you have to get a fee of $5 million, and that's it. No pay-per-view, nothing. I said, "Let's fucking do it. Let's do it."
Yeah.
I had to give away percentages. I'm ended up with like 3.5.
Yeah.
Before taxes. So I'm like, for me, I'm like, I don't give a fuck. That's the opportunity I wanted. I don't care about the money because once I beat him, that's when the money comes.
Right.
But I think they were just trying to see what I was gonna say because I had said before that if I would fight him for $5 million or even less, so they're trying to see. They were trying to see. Oh yeah, well, he wanted more money. He didn't keep his word and said he'd only fight for the $5 million. But I ain't banned, bro. I said I don't. Yeah, I'm stand by my word. I don't care. I want the opportunity.
You called their bluff.
And then we never.
You called their bluff.
We never heard back about it.
Yeah.
And then
Hey,
the crazy thing too is that him and his team, they'd go and say we never received nothing from Benavidez. There was never a fight on the table. Bro, how are you gonna sign a 3-fight deal with my promotion company in the fight that everybody wants to see? You think my promotion company is not gonna talk to you about fighting me? Like how is my name never? He said that Al Heyman never talked to him about me. Like, bro, it just makes no sense. So it's just lie after lie. So it's
You know,
fucking.
it's interesting because the people watching, right? Like we talked about the whole Canelo thing, and then they keep bringing it up. That tells you how much the people want it. The people here even are like watching it right now. We got what over 10,000 y'all watching right now live. Like the people want it. Almost every question that's come through is like, "Where's the fight?" Like,
Yeah.
Hey.
You know what was funny too, bro? So when we heard about that, the 150, 150, 200 million, I'm like, yeah, well, hopefully after he gets that money, he has enough money left over to buy a pair of balls.
He's ducking, man. It's obvious he's ducking.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
at this point,
why hasn't Canelo been stripped?
ooh.
So because the sanctioning fee of all the belts, there's so much fucking money in there, brother.
Yeah.
That 3% off of that, they all get 3%. That 3% off that 40 mil, who else does that? Where else are they gonna get that money at? So Canelo's promising that he'll fight me or he'll fight whoever after, but he never does. So I mean that's I don't want to talk bad about the sanctioning belts, but that's just what it is. That's the cold reality that they're making more money with him, and they want to keep him happy.
Okay, so it's not even
he has
honoring other fights. It's who's holding the
Yes.
belt. It
Yeah.
makes us the most money.
Politics.
That's how it is.
Yeah.
he has priority.
Yeah,
Basically, yeah. That's how they're making it seem.
boxing politics, man. It's crazy, bro.
See, as a viewer, we would never know.
Yeah, you wouldn't know.
Yeah.
Like, and,
We
you
just,
know,
oh, he's scared or whatever. But there's stuff behind
There's so
the
much
scenes.
behind the scenes that
Yeah.
nobody knows.
Yeah.
And we don't even know what's really going on, but
but I'm glad that y'all are like kind of shedding light on this because it's like, you know, somebody out there might say, "Oh, what are you doing?" But they don't know what
They
the
don't
fuck
Yeah,
is
no,
understand,
going on.
they don't know the
They don't
whole
get it.
rundown about everything, and that's just the cold reality of it. You know what I mean? He's making the company so much money, the sanctioning belt so much money that, you know, they're just gonna cater to him
I remember we had on
until he loses.
Oh,
Gotcha. But so they look at it like, all right, so who holds the belt sometimes is more important than if the best person holds the belt.
Yeah.
Damn.
So like this is the thing too. Like obviously, you know, it's called the passing of the torch for a reason because Mayweather did that to Canelo. So how the fuck am I ever supposed to get there if I'm not able to fight the best of the best?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I've put the work in, everything he's been through, I've been through. I've done the same thing. But because he was able to share the ring with Floyd Mayweather, they made 2.5 million, or how much they make? 2 million, 1.5 million off the sales.
Yeah.
That instantaneously blew his name up.
Yeah.
Mayweather's fans became his fans.
Yeah.
So I guarantee you, once I fight Canelo, his fans are gonna turn into my fans.
Yep.
But it's because you get that spotlight to perform and show yourself to the world. How am I gonna do? I mean, I'm doing what I'm doing. I'm giving great fights, but you know what I mean? I'm not selling 1.5 million. I'm not selling like them.
Do you think it's because he's not at the end of his career yet and he wants to keep going and he knows fighting you will be a career
Yeah.
ender?
So this is the thing about boxing too, bro. You have to put the work in, bro. Yeah, it's not gonna happen overnight.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I've been professional 10 years. I barely got my first pay-per-view last year. You know what I mean? So it's just you got to put the work in, put the work. I think little by little I'm getting there. You know, I'm gonna start to hit those numbers. But it's just I'm saying, sometimes it's the passing of the torch. If you really believe in your skills, come shut me up. If
Yeah.
not, I'm gonna take the torch myself.
Yeah.
But that's the thing that he knows that it's 50-50.
Is there anyone else in that weight class you could fight at the same magnitude or not really?
No.
Canelo is the guy right now.
So that's why I'm,
Yeah.
forget about that. Going up to 75.
Yeah.
These are the best guys there, so we're gonna make it happen there.
Got it.